Hi, lovely people. Episode 21. Actually, very proud that I already record 21 podcasts. And now, if you are watching this video on YouTube, you will see that I have a beautiful light. I'm here in the child's room from my middle son, Kees, because we just discovered that all the 3 boys has corona. They're having corona. So I still have to be at home with the boys with homeschooling. And actually today I planned interior photography for my Lucie membership. So this month, February, I will all share the knowledge about interior photography because I also did it a lot for the magazines. And I actually want to learn about this topic of photography because when you're making food photos in a restaurant, you also can expect the question of the restaurant owner if you can make photos from their interior. So in February, it's all about interior photography, but also golden plate photography will share her action photography in a live food styling video. So lots of content coming up in my Lucie membership. Hop over to mylucie.com for more information. But today I have a guest, and that's Eline from Het Spijsdecor. Hi, Eline.
Hi, Lucie. Nice to be here.
And Eline worked several years for me. She's also a food photographer and food stylist, but maybe you can tell the listeners about yourself.
I can. Well, hello everyone. My name is Eline, like Lucie told you already. I have my own business for several years now, Het Spijsdecor, focusing on food photography and styling, and I also do some cooking and stuff in my own studio. I normally work for restaurants, caterers, but also for food bloggers. Well, all the food content needed, and also product photography for some clients as well. So a very variety in what I do on a day. I work about 3 days a week. I have 2 little girls. So on Monday and Friday are my working days, and on Tuesday and Thursday I have half days, which I can plan with appointments or some editing or things I just want to do and learn on that day. Yeah, and I met Lucie, I think, about 3 years ago on one of your gathering and stylings, and so on. We had a lovely working experience together. And now I'm here in your podcast, so hi.
Yeah, I think it was at the Huis Druivelaar where we had
Yes, in Breda. Yeah.
Yeah, and you brought purple food, vegetables.
Yes, I did.
First with the hand and the tattoos, and yes, it was a lovely day. Yeah.
No, that was nice. I had a shoot the day before. Well, also a kind of gathering, trying out new things, and I just brought everything I had left to create more images. But that was really, really on the start of my journey. And I did not even know if I wanted to go solo and started a business from it or stay at the job I had at that time. But I think in June of that year, 2019, yeah, I think, that I stopped with my other work aside from this. And then I just looked where we were going. So yeah.
What was your previous work?
Well, I've always worked in the hospitality industry. So I've studied in Leeuwarden, a hotel management school. And I worked in the event business for several years in Amsterdam. Created events, organized events, hosted events. I think everything you can imagine with events, I've seen it. And in one of my last jobs, it was a creative caterer in Amsterdam, Hete Paper. And they had really creative food concepts and I think they're the trigger for good food, good looking food. Well, the energy came from there, I think. And I was always really sad that we made so many beautiful things and that we didn't have good images of them afterwards.
Yeah.
It's very quick with an iPhone, because we never had the time to really make a good picture, because then we already had to serve our guests. So, and at the end it was finished. So, well, always. So I think there I started with my photography. I always made pictures my whole life, also when I was traveling. But I think the focus for food started from there. And after my first daughter was born, I switched to a desk job, office management job over there. But after my second daughter was born, it was too much. Yeah, I couldn't handle it all anymore. It was too much. Together with two small girls, we didn't live in Amsterdam anymore, so the traveling time, I didn't want to have that anymore. So I looked for another job, and I did work at a leather company for some time, just a desk job, also international with a lot of events. They made leather aprons, but also there I missed the hospitality link a little bit. So I think the last job before I went solo was with a caterer as well, a chef, and she had her own business in Zeist. High-end catering chef. She did a lot of dinners at home, but also in small musea or other venues in Holland. And I helped her in the back office with creating the events, the quotes, stuff like that. And then, our ways parted, and I started with the at Spice Decor. So yes, I did a lot of photography for her as well in the beginning. So I think I had a good start from there. Yeah.
Yes, because you had the advantage, you were already in those surroundings with food and with caterers, and so that's really an advantage.
Yes, I think I have a big network in the hospitality industry. Not that I keep contact really close, but I think you can always manage to find someone you know somewhere, or people find you because they've seen you switched to another profession. So a few of my clients are also former employers. Yeah, so that's fun as well.
Yeah. Yes, and that's really great, because we already discussed beforehand about this topic for this podcast, but I think some people believe they got to have lots of followers on Instagram to get assignments, but that's not true, actually.
Well, I don't think so, but I think it also depends on your attitude. I don't know, because you really have to find your focus. I think if I worried a lot about my Instagram followers, I would spend all my days trying to get more followers, but then I don't have the time to work. So it's very time consuming, I think, because the rules change all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And before I figure out what to do, it already changed, and I thought, I had to do this. No, it doesn't work. I don't know. And I noticed it really frustrates me, because I lost a lot of time in the beginning figuring out how to be visible online. But when my assignments came from other direction, it lost my interest. I post sometimes. I just updated my studio. I had a point on my to-do list for since May last year. I thought I have to put that online, and I had a request from a new client, a potential client, which asked, I said, I can show you some pictures, and I will send it. And I was like, I have to put this online as well. So it was someone else who triggered that I had to do it. And then I had like, okay, focus, do it now and do it good, and then put it online. But I think being visible in your own way, with your own style, and with the quality of the work you put on it, I think is in some cases it can be better than the quantity of what to say hi all the time, because I don't. I know I'm not the person who really wants to record myself all day and be in my stories, and because that's not what I do. I make the picture, and I'm not. I don't teach about photography. It's just what I love to do, and I just want to show people what I can make. And if you want that for your own company or for your brand or products, or I also did a lot of other photography as well, because people say, well, this is the style we really love. So I don't know, they find me, and I can't tell you why, but also from my network, of course, but also from outside of my network. So I think it's also lucky if you meet the right people, or someone is at the right place at the right time to say, oh, well, hey, I know Eline, she's a freelancer without a team, but she can cook, she has her own place, you can come there with a team, she will take care of you when you're there. So, and then you have good ambassadors as well, I think.
Yeah. And you're saying you're also cooking?
Yeah. I'm not a star chef, but I love cooking as well. And I cook, well, recipe. I develop small recipes for products I work with. And then I cook it, I photograph it, and then well, it will post it online and on their websites. Well, it's also online content as well, so I can do that. But I also work with a chef sometimes. I met someone during my my college years, and she went working in the restaurant business, and I met her in one of my jobs, and then we always keep in contact. And then I was thinking about how can I save more time, not earn more, but save time for other projects as well, because I noticed if I have a lot of production days with and cooking and the styling and the photographing and the editing, it really absorbs your energy.
Yeah.
So I worked with her last year, a couple of projects we did together, and then she did the cooking, and we could do it in half of the time. Well, it was the same amount of time, but it would take one day from both of us instead of 2 days from my energy. And then it was also really fun to work with someone again, because that's one thing I miss sometimes, that I'm solo, and I miss the connection and the, well, just the point of view of someone else. It's like, oh, did you see this? Or, oh, we can do it like that. Or did you think about that combination? And like, oh yeah, let's do that. And then, so that's fun. I love working in teams as well. So I think there's a good balance. Yeah.
I think I'm not a chef or a cook, so if I have an assignment, a big assignment, I work with someone who's doing the cooking. But I think it's great that you think about how could you manage more projects and how could you save time. So you will do the outsourcing, the cooking actually, and the groceries or the recipe development. But you also have to do you ask another price at the client if you work with someone else because you're hiring someone else?
No, but I hire someone, but I it depends on what client I have, because I have a day rate, half a day rate, if I go somewhere or if you come to my studio. But I also have some clients I work on an hourly basis, so they pay me by the hour. And I just have a rate for that. And we just charge hours. So I say, well, if I do it alone, you have 2 days, 8 hours, for example. So 2 days will be 16, and afterwards the editing will be added to the final quote. But I can, so I say, well, we can also do it in 1 day, and then she has 8 hours, I have 8 hours, and the editing. So the price will be the same. I don't make it. Don't make money for myself from it, because I want to do it as a team, and I don't. I think if you're equal in it, you can have the most output of it. Do you say it like that?
I understand you.
Yeah.
And so since last year you have your own photo studio. Why decided you to have your own photo studio?
Well, I also think due to Corona a little bit, because we were all in the home from time to time. Well, I have a space upstairs, a room where I can photograph, but I noticed, because I cook a lot, it wasn't really not handy, pots and pans going upstairs and everything. So I did most of my shooting in my living room, but when my children got home, or my husband, then I had to pack everything back together, and then I wasn't finished, so I had the next day, and then I had to put up everything again. So it was really time consuming. I think I can work really fast, but still also like a energy leak, and the space I have now, I had seen it before in one of the hiring spots here in I live in Wijk bij Duurstede near Utrecht, and I'm in an industrial area where a lot of businesses are. So I saw this space, but it was a space inside a bigger venue. So, and it was already rented out, but well, by coincidence, the people who rented, how do you say it? Where I could rent it from, they split it up. So, well, that was a coincidence as well. And I said, oh no, I only want the top floor, because it had a kitchen already, a pantry-like kitchen. And he was okay if I put an oven in it, and an induction plate, so I could cook little things, not extensive cooking. But it's like 80 square meters, has a lot of daylight. So I was like, yeah, the sun was shining. I was, this is my thing. So I'm just going to try it for a year, I said, and then we'll see. So, and now it's January already, because I rented it from May last year, and it's really gives a lot of pleasure, because it's you have so much freedom in when you go there. You don't have toys from the children over there, so that's,
I do recognize you.
Bonus. So it's like our little loft. So oh yeah, we could, if we didn't have the children, oh, we could do this, we could that, and it's really clean, and so that's really funny. We always joke about it, that we have another place to stay without all the extras in the house. But no, it's really, there's a good vibe in the studio. So there's always light. Well, yeah, I don't know. I placed a demo kitchen. People made it for me, really nice. So I could choose the colors, and the backdrop. I also have plates from that. Yeah, it's really a creative place. I really love being there. So yeah, that's luck, I think, that I could rent it, and that I can use it now to build my company, step by step, a little further, and also expand a little bit, because I now can invite people to my place, and it already saves so much time if you don't have to travel all the time, and you can say, oh well, up to 4 people, of course, come on in, and bring a car. So I really love having the studio. So I hope that will be for some time in the future as well.
I know what you mean, because I often had shoots, and then you have to pack all your props in the car, and everyone who's doing those assignments knows where I'm talking about. And then you're coming home in the evening, and then you actually has to unpack all your props and pack new props for the next shoot the other day. That was also time consuming, and we're already tired, and actually then it's evening, and it's then how do you call it? Like a busy time with your kids, bring bed and food and.
Yeah, you want other things to do when you get home. You don't
Yeah.
want to take care of all the stuff in your car. You just want to, don't want to, yeah, I just want to unpack it and then go home, and then it's not there anymore. So I can imagine that, yeah, a lot of people will recognize it.
Yes, and what I also notice is that you have, if you have a shoot in one day or several days, then actually I'm behind with my emails, you know, or messages or Instagram. Then you also have to make time for it.
Yeah.
Because when you're having like shoots, you're busy with your shoots or editing pictures, and then it's a lot then. And also what you're saying, if you're home, you want to go home and actually not working.
Yeah, not be working. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's always, I think in the beginning, I think you can relate to that as well when you first started some years ago, that you just want to do it 24/7. You want to go. And because you see everyone is like all the time working, in my opinion, because due to Instagram and everything, you see people coming by all the time. And I got really restless from it, because I thought, well, do I have to photograph my cup of coffee while I'm here and then say, hey, I'm here? And I have to stick to, yeah, you have to stick to your own feelings, I think, about what you want to share or you don't want to share. So I decided I don't want to share that. And that's gives me some peace and quiet sometimes.
Yeah.
But I can imagine your following on Instagram, it's like a whole community. And something came up here. Okay. It has to be fed with knowledge. I don't know if you say it, but people, I also me, I really enjoyed watching your videos, your content, your sharing of all the knowledge available. But I think this community of photographers in food photography is really open. It's an open community.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, I also felt really welcome. Like, oh yeah, hey, nice. And everybody's, yeah, it's like really, yeah, I don't know how to say it. Everybody's doing their own thing, and if you stick to your own thing, you can share other things as well. So, but yeah, I think the big following you have, yeah, they want more from you, I think, than the people who see some pictures of me sometimes.
I think I also have, like, of course, I'm teaching also, so that's what you already said. I think that's also I have to be visible. I actually like it also, and it's like it's getting normal to post a lot of things, and sometimes I have less. But I also like to share private things, because then you see the people behind who I am, that I have 3 kids. So I just posted the test from the COVID test. But then you also get like connection with people, you know.
Interaction.
And I really am an open book with sharing my knowledge. Actually, in my business coaching and or private coaching, I tell a lot, also in my master classes. So, and I think that attracts people. And if you just starting out with food photography, I think it's it's very interesting. But I also tell people, if you're just starting out with food photography, you've got to have on Instagram, because it's so nice to follow each other, and people will share their knowledge or help each other, or you just easily ask which light did you use, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's what I said, really open community. And I know, I met you about 3 years ago, and I've learned so much in the beginning. And I was like, is that? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. And then I helped you behind the scenes, and it was really opening my eyes. Like, oh, yeah, of course, like this and that, and I think you're really on top of it all, and I can't manage, but that's really fun to see. That it's okay to have big dreams and ideas, and just start with a little bit of that and a little bit of that, and I think it's a really good example to see that if you think of something and you want to do it, you can go there, you can get it, and you can create it. And it might take more time for me next to the assignments I do, but I think that's really motivating. So then it's really valuable to watch and to see and see the change as well in things you offer. So that's always nice. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the compliment. Yes, but it's true. I mean, like sometimes my problem is that I have too many ideas. So that's one of the reasons I started my Lucie membership. So when I have a new idea for an online course, I just can put it in my Lucie membership, and I don't have to promote every single new online course that I have.
Yeah.
Because my brains are every time getting new ideas. But I also think, actually, I was thinking about it this weekend. I have to make a podcast about it with the title "Just Do It," because sometimes if you have an idea, you don't know where it's going.
No.
Like for the I think like a few months I had an idea in my head about the business program, because if you live in Holland, you can come to me for the offline workshops or private coaching. But if you live in Canada or I don't know, in another country, and you're not able to come in my studio, I also want to offer for them something. And I just made priority to make all those online modules. So I didn't earn anything with it in the beginning, because I have to make the whole program. And then it's just trying out. And then already 8 people participated in the first round.
Yeah.
So, okay. And then it's fun to discover that, yes, my thoughts were right, that people that people need this, that people want to get help in the start of food photography.
Yeah, that's true. And I also believe there are a lot of people who don't have the photography as a job. They love doing it because it has it's their time to relax, or their hobby, or I think people can enjoy get a lot of joy from it as well, and don't want to start a business maybe, but they also want to know how or what to do at some point. And I think there are a lot of photography classes, workshops, days you can join to do something with that, clubs or anything. But in the food photography, I didn't see it before, so that's nice. And because we can share a lot nowadays, I think there's also the request to have an environment like that is bigger, I think. Yeah. Because if you had asked me 5 years ago, you will have your own company, you have a studio, and I would have laughed. I said, yeah, right. No, I'm working. I'm fine. Yeah. And instead, I have someone at home who says, just do it. Just go and just try it. And if it doesn't work out, you did it. You can't say after 10 years, so I always wanted to do that. And then you didn't do it. So if it doesn't work out, you at least tried to make it work. So I think also that's a good motivation to have a home situation that allows you to it's a privilege as well that I can do it like that. So
yes, that indeed. And also that if you don't try it out, maybe when you're older, then you don't have regret it, because when it worked really well, then that's great. But if it didn't work, okay, then it's a pity. But you tried it out, and then other possibilities will come on your path, I think.
Yeah, it's true. I think so as well.
Yeah.
And you might make a shift as well in the profession you had before and try do something else as well. But I know I really had the struggle of working 4 days a week with the baby and the events, and I had like, oh, everybody's doing that, so I have to do that as well, and that really made me nervous, and I couldn't have all my focus at the right time on the right people around me or on my job, or so I went to 3 days, and afterwards I went to 2 days, and that was okay. And now they're a little bit bigger and they're going to school, and I know you get a lot of time back again, and so you know you want to invest that time. I didn't know that at that time, but I know now, oh, I can do this and I can do that, and I invest a lot of more time in workshops, getting knowledge somewhere, but more business wise than only focusing on food or photography. That are not the things I'm doing. I notice I work with a coach just to see I was on the right track for myself. Like, hey, I'm doing this, and that's okay. You know, that your self-confidence, and it's always nice to talk to someone who is objective and doesn't know anything about your situation, just to hear each other out. Oh, that's a good thing, or did you think about that, or why do you do it like that? I think you can challenge yourself in so many ways as well.
And is it a business coach?
It's not exactly. This was not exactly a business coach. It was someone I met during a few of the retreats I photographed as well. And it's more about self development, more a holistic approach. So no, it's not defined to be a business coach, but I think it's more a people coach, focusing on your inner self, and also a world I didn't know anything about, but also a good experience to have been there, to have had all those people in front of my lens during events like that as well, because it really opened my eyes in how I could see what energies were doing, and I think you can use that also in other shoots, also your approach, how you're approaching new clients or new assignments, or products you work with. So I think you can get your inspiration, your energy from so many different points. You don't need to focus alone on food photography. This is a part of the photography I really love doing. But I really love doing my own thing. I sometimes I think it's hard to well, sometimes I want to go too fast, and then you have your assignment. It's like, oh, we're going to do this, and we're going to do it, and you just feel like it's missing something. It's like, it's all checked all the boxes in the assignment you had. Yeah, we had to do this, that. It has to include this, but still you're missing. And sometimes then just go looking at other inspirational things. It's like, oh yeah, I have to just turn it around. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but I really love the freedom a lot of my clients give me. That is like, okay, this is what we need to do. Well, we trust what you're doing, because that's better for the results, I think, because you can have your own creative process with the assignment then. So I think that's one of my advantages, knowing in hospitality what people want, because I know what we wanted to show when I was working on the other side. So
Yeah, that's great. But the word freedom, I think I also mentioned it in my other podcast, because sometimes we get assignments. I know you also get it, that the clients want it's all written out, like of course, often you get a mood board or stuff like that, but sometimes it's a whole specific image they wanted to create. And sometimes I find it difficult because I don't get any freedom there.
Yeah.
And actually, if, of course, I'm asking the client which kind of mood do you want? Do you want it minimal? Do you want lots of props? Do you want dark moody or light and bright? Of course, you're going to ask that to the client, and you're going to do that. But if it's all, how do you call it? All tightened up, it's all, and you don't get any freedom. Then I
Yeah.
think it's totally different assignment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think so as well. But well, luckily for me, my returning clients, I have a lot of freedom over there, and I do get. We work with content. How do you say it? Calendars.
Yeah.
So I know what product or what visual needs to be made,
Yeah.
or what kind of recipe needs to be invented or recreated, or which way we need to go. But I have the freedom to do it like I think it comes out best. And those assignments are really fun because then you can just go cook and try, and it brings a lot of fun. But I also have the assignment that I think, nah, I just don't know how. You just, well, you have to find that missing link to make it your own,
Yeah.
but still be in the expectations of the client.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to recreate an image from a mood board. I just want to, you have to see, well, okay, I know who made that.
Yeah.
And that's why you hired me.
Yeah.
If I have a result and afterwards you will, I luckily, I had it one time, I think, that they expected something else.
Yeah.
It didn't was food related, but there was another expectation. And I think in the beginning, I would have thought, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But now, well, I can say, well, yeah, you know what I do. This is the kind of images I make. So if you wanted that glowy filter kind of thing, I just don't do that. So but because I think my images are really clean and real, with real colors, and not really moody, but you can see the shadows, and I think that's the type of photography I really love. I love daylight. I tried so many things with the daylight lamps or other things, but natural daylight really gives me a lot of energy if it falls the right way, or you can create so many beautiful things. But yeah, no, I think if you really are certain about what you can offer, at some point we all can put it in that assignment as well. But it's a harder effort to get there sometimes. Yeah. But I can imagine. Yeah.
And sometimes you can be honest to a client.
Yeah.
Like if I have to photograph like a cookbook and they are asking, can you also photograph the cook? Yes, I can, but it has I don't do portrait photography weekly, you know.
No.
And I'm just being honest. I really can make the pictures, and I know they're not ugly, but I'm just being honest. So food photography or lifestyle photography, like vegetable garden stuff like that. That's my thing. Not especially portrait, but I think you can be honest to a client.
Yeah,
so,
should be, right? Yeah.
Same, yeah.
And sometimes you just have to. I think in the beginning as well, that you just think, yeah, I can do it, so let's go for it, and don't make. Some time back I had someone who approached me for a wedding, and I said, okay, I can do it, but I want to come as a second shooter. So because I don't want to miss out on all your highlights during your day, and well, I'm a daylight photographer. How's the room? And it really triggered me that I was like, oh yeah, this can be so cool. But in the end, I had to be honest that I said, yeah, well, you can say now it doesn't matter. You just want the style. I'll shoot all the pictures in. But I think in the end, if you missed your some highlights during your wedding, like, oh, you didn't make a picture of that. I don't want to be responsible for it. No. So she said, well, okay, then we go with someone else. I said, that's perfectly fine. But I think if you're honest about it, then yeah, they might come back for something else sometime, because I really believe in honesty. And I also do a lot of freelance projects for my own development, and helping out others as well, especially during this Corona period. That I work with several clients as well, pro bono. Do you say it like that? Just to help them out to stay visible, to show their beautiful products. And I because with the freedom I had during those shoots as well, I could develop myself as well. And I could create my style and my point of view of things as well. So I think that's really valuable as well. I don't believe in or I don't believe I don't need to be on top. Do you understand what I mean? I just want to be enjoying, and that people also enjoy the results, and that you can create together a kind of working relationship where everybody is happy, and they know what to expect. They don't know what they can ask from you, and if they ask someone else to do their product on white photography, my thing. So please do so. So I think you can build valuable relationships with your clients just from being honest as well.
Yeah, but I also did some barter deals, or like pro bono photography from like food boxes in the beginning of COVID. And actually, I think I did it for 2 or 3 clients, and actually one is still a client from me, who's like paid assignments for now. And the other client, she follow all of my workshops and courses. So you don't know what's the following up.
No, and your mouth-to-mouth advertisement will be really. I noticed that other clients would come from. Oh, you were there. Maybe you can come here as well, and then there are paid assignments. So you will always get some. It will be always. Come back to you. I think in one way or the other. I think if you can help each other out.
But the nice thing I didn't tell you actually, but you are working with a food blogger. Actually, I also worked for her, and then you did the following up. Lekker eten met Linda. She's a Dutch food blogger. And when I asked you and Linda if it's okay if I can come make a video about shooting at a food blogger. And Linda said yes. So for membership, I will record a video. And I think it's very interesting to see how a shoot is take place. You know, what are the preparations? Just how does it work? So I think that's very. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Yeah. I don't know when it will, but I think next month we'll do it again. Yeah.
Great.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's really fun. Also a place where I get a lot of energy all the time. because you can create something. And I know we changed a lot during in the beginning of how we shot images to what we do now. I came, I think, with 4 crates of cutlery, plates, backdrops, and I now come with 1. So that's really funny that you know exactly what to expect, or also. So that's
Great.
a fun development in bringing everything you got to only what you need, and then still have enough. But
yeah. Great.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
But thank you so much for your time. And when people want to follow you on Instagram, where can they find you?
Well, they can find me at Het Spijsdecor. I think you have to write it down underneath, maybe, because it's a Dutch name. I also have an account, Eline Mooi Photography, but that's an account where I show some of my other work, which I've done over the years. But my main account and my main focus is my food photography business. So.
And your website?
www.hetspijsdecor.nl.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Of course, I will share it in the show notes. But thank you so much for this.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I was going all over the place, so I hope people can follow it, the subjects a little bit. But if there are any questions, just slide in my DM, so they say. Huh?
Yes. No, I think it was very interesting.
Yeah.
And I also prefer like a spontaneous talk in a podcast. So you don't know, maybe you have 1 or 2 topics, but I think it's like a spontaneous talk, and then the subjects are coming. So
yeah, well, thank you for having me.
Okay.
Nice to chat again.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.